Hey there, it's Kevin Ward with Yes Masters Real Estate Success Training, helping you get more yeses and more successes in your business and in your life. And I got an email, a question from somebody who's been watching a video, I guess a video online about using my expired script or my for sale by owner script. They said expired script, but this is the for sale by owner script. So I think this is a for sale by owner objection. So when you say, how can I help you, which would be the for sale by owner script, I work with a lot of buyers and sellers in the area, and I was wondering, how can I help you? What can I do to help you? And they said, well, you can bring me a buyer. And the email says, then I get stuck. What should I say next? Well, it's real simple. They want you to bring them a buyer, right? I mean, isn't that what every for sale by owner wants? So I was just wondering, what can I do to help you? Well, you can bring me a buyer. Bring you a buyer, great, because that's what I do for a living. Now, first thing, acknowledge it, bring you a buyer. Awesome, excellent, great. Because that is what I do for a living, which is what you do. When you list a property, your specialty is you bring a buyer. Okay, it may not be your buyer, it doesn't matter. Nobody cares who brings the buyer. Unless you're the one bringing them. The sellers don't care who brings the buyer. All they care is they want a good buyer. So that is what I do for a living. So you are willing to pay a real estate agent that has a buyer. Excellent. Now, that's the response. You don't, notice what I said is, so you are willing to pay an agent that brings a buyer. Excellent. Because they're literally saying, yes, I'm willing to pay a commission for that. And here's the reason that's important. They've already told you they're willing to pay half of a full commission, because they are. Every for sale by, not every, but most for sale by owners are willing to pay at least some commission, and they're willing to pay to a buyer's agent. There are two things you don't want to do. Number one is say, great, well, let me see if I have a buyer, or let me come look at your house to see if it fits for one of my buyers. That's what I call a BS approach, because it's BS. You don't have a buyer. If you had a buyer, you would not have been calling them saying what you just said. Okay, if you had a buyer, you'd have called and said, hey, I've noticed your house for sale. I've got a buyer that's interested in it. When would be a good time for me to come see it? That's what you would say. However, because in the real estate industry, we're taught so much BS and we're so used to it I hear so many agents using that BS approach. Don't use that approach. Okay, if you don't have a buyer, don't act like you have a buyer. Number one, because it's BS on your part. And number two, because it tricks them into thinking that their philosophy of finding a buyer actually works. And that is, all I got to do is put my house out there on the market for sale by owner, and agents will bring me buyers. Look, how many agents who have great qualified buyers are going online looking for sale by owners? And the answer is none of us. Why? Because that's not the sellers we want to work with. Because not that they're bad or evil or anything wrong with them. They're self-represented. They may or may not have a clue. They may or may not be easy to work with. They may or may not be realistic. And so buyers and agents that have qualified buyers don't go to Craigslist looking for sale by owners. They don't go to for sale by owner.com. They go to the MLS. So when you tell a for sale by owner, awesome, well, let me come and see if it will work for one of my buyers, you're basically putting them under the impression that their strategy is a legitimate, valid strategy to get them a result that they want. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't ever work. I'm just saying don't lead them along that path of thinking that their strategy works. You're acknowledging, great, so you are willing to work with an agent that has a buyer. Excellent, good for you. So I'm curious, how much time would you take before you might be ready to interview or hire an agent for the job of actually getting it sold for you? And now I'm just going right along with the for sale by owner script that I teach, because it's powerful, it's honest, it's no BS, and it's based on this very simple premise. If I can help you get the result that you want, help you get your property sold, and still net you the money you need in your pocket after commissions and everything to make the move happen, would you be open to talking with me about that? Would you be open to interviewing me now? And it's so crazy how many of them will actually say yes to you on the very first conversation if you don't lead them along this BS path. So hope that helps. Use it, be confident, be powerful, and know that you can help for sale by owners get a better result than they can get on their own. If you're wondering about how to do that, go down below here, click on the link, and subscribe to some more of my deep dive training videos on how you can help for sale by owners get the results that they really want. Kevin Ward here with YesMasters.com. If you like it, click the like button and subscribe for more of my awesome training videos. We'll talk soon.